With the permission of Hashem, I had a question this week, and you have to know one thing. There is a parasha of Balak. Balak was a personality that he hated the Jews with Bilam. Now, this Bilam is a famous person. He was the prophet for the nations, the prophet for the Goyim. And this Bilam, he was a friend of Paro. He was the friend of Yitro. Yitro, he was the father-in-law of Moshe Rabbeinu. Well, Moshe Rabbeinu, he took his daughter Tzipora. He had 2 children with her. Yitro, he converted himself to the Judaism, and he became a good neighbor to the Jews. Yitro, he was a big priest. He was like the big pope, like the pope that we have in the Vatican, and that's what he was, Yitro. And then suddenly Yitro, he heard all the miracles that Hashem did to the Jews, and he heard that there is only Hashem. So he started to approach himself. You know, when you think, you get the truth. Think. Always, any solutions, any problem that you may have, you have to think. Think. But think really. Don't just, when I have a problem, I think. When I have a problem that there is no solutions, well, I say to myself, well, for my problem, I have no solution. There is Hashem. So I said, maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I need to do teshuvah. Maybe I did something wrong. So I will correct myself. And then, if there is a solution, okay, I'm happy. And if there is no solution, so I say, well, this is what Hashem wants. I'll accept. Now my question is, how come that Yitro, that he was a big tzaddik, he was a priest, he was not Jewish, he left all the idolatry behind him. He decided not to be priest anymore, and not to be a pope as he was at that time. And then he saw that they started to be against him in Midian. He didn't care about them. And then he came to the desert, and he converted himself. What I don't understand is why Bilam, he didn't follow the steps of his friend, because Bilam and Yitro, they were friends. Both of them, they were advisors of Paro. When the Jews, they were in Egypt, Paro had 2 advisors to advise him how to handle the Jewish people that they become very, very, very populated in Egypt. And Bilam and Yitro, Bilam gave a bad advice to Paro. He said to Paro, finish with them, destroy them. If you want them to be your slaves, so he gave to Paro bad advice. So Paro, he said to Yitro, what about you? What do you think? And Yitro, he said to Paro, I cannot give you a bad advice against them, because they have God. God will protect them. they will punish you. I don't advise you to. So Paro was very, very angry against Yitro. Yitro ran away from Egypt and he went to Midian. So what other does understand? Now, later, Yitro, when he saw that Hashem protected the Jews, so he was happy that he didn't do a bad mistake. He did not give to Paro a bad advice, and he was very happy for the advice that he gave to Paro. Now, what I don't understand is Bil'am. In the Parsha we saw how much Bil'am, he was anti-Jew, anti-Torah. I don't understand. I mean, he wanted to curse the Jews with Balak, both of them. They were at war for 40 years, and then they made peace together just to curse the Jews. I don't understand what the difference between Bil'am and Yitro. I don't understand. Even Paro, he did teshuvah. Paro, when he saw all the, when Paro saw all the makot that Hashem gave him, he did teshuvah. And he said, Mi kamocha ba'elim Hashem. He said, who is like you, Hashem? When he saw all his army, that they went drowned the sea, and he saw Makat Bechor, all the firstborn die, and then he had no other solution, just to tell the Jews, get out from here, please, take anything you want, and just pray for me. So we have here three personality. We have Paro, when he saw the hand of Hashem, he did teshuvah. We have Yitro, when he saw the hand of Hashem, he became a Jew. He converted himself. And Bil'am, he was a prophet, because Hashem, he designed him as a prophet, so the nations will not said one day, yes, to the Jew you give a prophet, Moshe, and to us, the nation did not give us nobody. So Hashem, he said, okay, here is, I give you one. And Bil'am was a big prophet like Moshe Rabbeinu. So I don't understand why Bil'am did not change. The Torah said that Vaishma Yitro, when Yitro heard that the Jews exit from Egypt, and they crossed the sea, and they fight Amalek, and they beat Amalek, he decided to come. The question is, I do not understand. Why Bil'am, he did not come? Why Bil'am, he remained the same person? Not only he remained the same person, but he became a bad person. And while he knew the truth, I mean, sometimes you see a plane, Air France. So it's Air France, it's not American Airlines. You see El Al. You see it's El Al, it's not Delta. You see Royal Air Maroc. It's Royal Air Maroc, it's not Air Algeria. I mean, you see, you see the sky. The sky is not the sea. You see the sea is not the sky. You see a Rolls Royce, the Rolls Royce is not a bicycle. I mean, there is something that you see. So what I don't understand, why Bil'am Arasha, he see the truth, he see the emet, why he don't change? Why he don't change? We saw some goyim who changed it, like Bil'am, like Paro. We saw his daughter, Batia, the daughter of Paro. She converted himself. Even a lot of Egyptians, when they saw the hand of Hashem in Egypt, they left Egypt and they went with the Jews to the desert. How Bil'am, he will not change? How? Did you understand me? So, I mean, there must be a reason. So I was reading, a beautiful example. It was a woman that she baked a nice cake. So she called her friends to eat the cake. She told them, come and taste this new quality of the cake that I made. And they love it. And one of them said, please can you give me the menu, how you did this cake? Oh, sure, I give you. And she gave her the menu. She gave her how to do the cake. And something happened. She made the cake, and it was not good. It was not good. So she called her friend. She said, you give me the menu of the cake, but I did exactly what you said. But it was not good. The cake was not good at all. What was wrong? So her friend said, I give you the menu, I give you, the how to do the cake. I don't know what. Tell me, where you did the cake? Where? Did it in the dishes? Did you wash the dish? Did you wash it? No, we had a meal there, and I didn't wash it. So she told her, well, this is the reason why the cake was not good. It was salted, because to do a cake and to be a success cake, you have to wash the dishes. If you don't wash the plate where you made the cake, so it was dirty, it was filthy, so you understand? All what Hashem created is good. Hashem created a nice body. But the body, to feel Hashem, it should be clean. A clean body, a clean mind, a clean heart. But if your mind, if your brain full of bad things, if your heart is filled of envies, bad envies, so of course, your emunah on Hashem, your faith in Hashem will not be good. I think Bil'am, he was a prophet. It was a Hashem gave him the title of a prophet. It was not a prophet because he worked on himself to be a prophet. No. It's a gift that Hashem gave him. Usually to be rich, you have to work hard to be rich. There is a difference between a man that he won the lotto, that he become rich because he was lucky, and a man that he is rich because he worked hard to be rich. The difference is the man who worked hard to be rich, he will not lose his money easily because he worked very hard to make it. But the man who won the lotto, a poor man who won the lotto, he become billionaire, he may lose it in one day because he didn't suffer to make it. To the tzaddikim, like my grandfather or the big tzaddikim, they were not born tzaddik, they worked hard to be tzaddik. So that's why they remain tzaddikim even after their death. We talk about them. So this is to get something without working, you lose it easily. So Bil'am, he became prophet because Hashem, he give him the big prophet as for nothing, easy. But Bil'am never worked on himself to correct himself. He's still a filthy dish, a bad body. I mean, Hashem, he give you a present, he give you something, take advantage on it, correct yourself, do from yourself a better person. No, he used what Hashem give him as a present, and he remained a bad person. He was two persons. Usually, you cannot be a rich man and a poor man. You cannot be a full man and an intelligent man. You have to say, oh, you are this, or you are this. You cannot be a tzaddik and a rasha. You cannot be a good and bad. It's impossible. It's impossible. You have to be or this or this. And Bil'am, he chose, like like Yitro. At the beginning, Yitro, he was a bad man. He was a priest. He was a pope. All his thought was just to make money, and to do bad things. But when he realized that there is God, there is Hashem, he changed. Paro as well. Paro, there is no one bad as Paro, but as long that he did not know who is Hashem, he was bad. But since he started to understand and to know there is Hashem, he changed his way of life. But Bilam, he did not change. He didn't want to change. Don't forget, there was a big tzaddik. His name is Rabbi Israel Salanter. Big tzaddik. He was reading a book. And there is a friend came to the room, and he saw Rabbi Israel Salanter. He was reading in the book. He was, for 1 hour, he didn't realize that somebody was in the room. And then, when he finished, he closed the book. He saw his friend. I'm sorry you're here. I didn't know that you're here. He said, but what you are reading? You are reading an easy book, a book of children. Mesilat Yesharim. What's this Mesilat Yesharim? It's a book of moral that to teach you how to be a good man. You're Rabbi Israel Salanter. You read a book, easy book, how to be a good man. What's this? Are you kidding? Are you playing? What are you doing? Are you wasting your time? And Rabbi Israel Salanter told him, look, can you read this book? So he started to read. He said, yeah. In this book, he said, you have to be humble. You have to be, not to be anger. Yeah, so what? He said, but you know what it is not to be anger? You know what it is to be a good person? When you read this book, you have to be like what the book tells you to be. Not just to read and to remain what you are. That's no good. A lot of people, they read good books, they read Torah, but there are others. They read, they know, but they don't change. That's no good. When you read something, when I read a story of my grandfather, when I read something, a story, I read a beautiful story. I put myself in the story because I want to be part of the story. I want to change. I want to be like my grandfather. He did good things. I want to do the same thing as he did. But it's just I read and I remain the same. So it's like on Sunday. Sunday, it's the small Tisha B'Av. We will fast on Sunday. I have to know why we fast. Why we fast? Because of the destruction of the temple. Oh, do you feel it? Yes, of course I feel it. This is the main thing why we fast. We don't fast just to fast, for the sake to fast. No. We fast so that we become a better person. We fast so that Hashem, He will send Mashiach, and He will send us Mashiach to build the temple that He was destroyed. Otherwise, if you fast without changing, without asking from Hashem to correct what happened, so why you fast? When you get married, you don't get married to joke. It's not a marriage for just to get married. Like somebody told me yesterday, I told him Mazel Tov for the wedding. You know what he did? What he told me? He told him, I said, what do you mean, Well, I have to get married. I am 35-year-old. I said, because of that you got married? I told him, if you feel that way, I don't think you remain married. I'm sure that you will divorce. So you know what was his answer? Well, I'm not far from divorcing. So I told him, but you're not married yet. So can you imagine? He's not married yet. He wants to get married, and he said he's not far from divorcing. That means he doesn't know what it is a marriage. He doesn't know what a marriage is for. I mean, this is Bilam. Bilam, he did not know. I mean, he was a prophet. Hashem gave him, a gift to be a prophet. He should take advantage of that gift. I mean, if somebody give you a gift, he give you money. If you're intelligent, you won the lotto. You're intelligent. You had nothing before. Now Hashem give you a lot of money. Be clever how to use it. Be clever. Don't spend it. Don't throw it. Be clever. Bilam was the same. Instead of taking advantage of the gift of Hashem he gave him, he did not change. Yitro, with no gift, he changed. Paro, with a lot of people, when they convert themselves with no gift, they change. And Yitro change. A lot of people change, but Bilam, he will not change. Why? Because he didn't want to change. There is no answer. There is no answer. He didn't want to change. I mean, to change, you have to say, yes, I want to change. And he had all the quality to change, but he didn't want. He didn't want. A lot of times we see people very well married, and instead of taking advantage of the beautiful marriage, they don't change. They remain bad people. Instead of building up their marriage, they will destroy it. And the end is bad. And this is, Hashem will not help you if you want to remain bad. Hashem will help you to show you who He is, but no more. The rest, you have to do it yourself.